Hello, viewers, fellow TBCians all across the globe, and everyone that may be listening to this live broadcast. You are welcome, and this is the voice of the TBC Royal Ambassador, reaching you live from Nigeria. And the name still remains Olakunle Johnson. Today we shall be discussing on this very topic, exclusive leads blanketing the entire TBC community. Exclusive lead blanketing the entire TBC community. This very topic discusses the fact that everyone needs a teacher, and every teacher also needs a teacher to be an expert. And also to every broadcaster, this very topic of discussion today will be of utmost importance. To be of utmost importance to everyone that may be listening today, both to broadcasters and also to the entire community. I mean, the TBC community. Without wasting time, I'd like us to share the screen so that we can understand what the admin is saying concerning this very topic today. Exclusive leads blanketing the entire TBC community. The broadcaster lead has already been a major hit for the broadcasters. Report of increased cash flow are pouring in as a result of working these leads. Broadcasters should note that the leads they get are exclusive. The leads they get are exclusive. For the most part, they are the only ones to get the names and contacts info of the members they are assigned as leads. That's a big responsibility. If a lead does not get contacted by the assigned broadcaster, then they may remain unaware that the time is short to migrate now and lose all their coin in the old wallets. Admin has done their part with a full 1-year notice on the website and blogs posts that we will be migrating, and those that don't migrate will lose their coins. Now, this article was written before the expiration of the time to migrate from tbc004.net to tbc009.net. The admin is trying to let people know that they already have a 1-year notice of this migration. And also, we now have broadcasters with leads under them that they need to meet our contacts and then be able to guide them through. This leads program is the last effort to notify all. This is telling us that the admin made every effort possible to make sure that no one loses his or her own coins. And thank God for the time of grace that was also given for people to migrate, even after the expiration of the period for migrating their coins. Frankly, the principle of personal responsibility applies here, and each member should care for their own accounts and not require others to babysit them. It is high time because we are dealing with millionaires and billionaires on board this TBC community. Therefore, millionaires or billionaires should not expect himself to be babysitted by others. We need to learn quick on board this community. But out of love, our broadcasters are reaching out to them through the leads they get. Broadcasters need to know that we are using a blanket approach and all verified members are leads. All verified members are leads. So even the great leaders and extremely active are leads too. We don't want to make any assumption on how to filter out the active members because many will fall into those cracks and not be contacted because of database filter. We'll catch some that are actually unaware and only seem to be active now when they are not. So we are using the blanket approach to make sure all get informed. All this is talking about the fact that admin is not relenting on its OS. Admin is trying as much as possible to make sure that on board the TBC community, no one is a loser. No one is a loser. And hence, admin has tried as much as possible to make sure that everyone gets informed. And that is why it is also good for people to read blogs. If you cannot read blogs, click on links of broadcasters. You will be duly informed. Not only for us to get informed about migration, but for us to get informed about the current happenings in the community. To also get informed about how to manage our account on TBC, cash flowing, and so on and so forth. I did prepare all of you for this blanket approach with this article. Let's see the article. That's from this link here, http://blog.thebillioncoin.info/2018/04/05/ it's time now to train all of your recruits to say, I'm not an orphan. I have a great sponsor. Have an image article. So let's go there and see. It's time now to train all your recruits to say, I'm not an orphan. I have a great sponsor. It is high time for every one of us that have been recruiting others, getting many on board the TBC. It is high time for us to be able to bring these people to a point of training them to be able to rely or have confidence in themselves to say, yes, I am not an orphan. I have a great sponsor. You should present yourself as a great sponsor to them. As a sponsor that they know that you have made them to be able to understand what the TBC is all about. We need to train them. We need to teach them how to broadcast, how to recruit, how to cash flow, and so on and so forth. It is high time. Don't leave your recruits at the point of recruiting them, at the point of signing them up. When you sign them up, you still have the responsibility of teaching them, of training them, to let them understand what this is all about. If you look at this diagram here, you will see up there the Bitcoin Randy, and then when you look down, you see how many people. This is just a kind of an illustration, not as if this is the extent. So you can see most of these ones are broadcasters today. You can see this. This is a great broadcaster, among others. These are the people like you are here, as we have Bitcoin Randy there, and then we have all these other ones under him. If these are under him, then the onus lies on him to train all these people that are directly under him. Meanwhile, these ones also under him will have to train the people under them, and so on and so forth. So it is high time for every one of us to take that responsibility of training our recruits. In this world of, there are many opportunities that are crapped. It hasn't surprised me that the mass majority of TBC members have hesitated to reach for their wallets to pay. And when we have had technical difficulties with our core technology, the wallet and the coin network, it does take extra strength to see past that. When your sponsor suggests to buy in above and beyond just enjoying the Kringle gift, thank God those days are more or less behind us now. The current wallet and current network are functioning very well now, and everyone can testify to this, better than they had in years back. Now, there's no problem with bug and so on with this current wallet. They are functioning well, it is user friendly, and so on and so forth. And we are going to migrate, okay, this month, though we have done that now, to an even better wallet, talking about TBC 009 and Coin Network. 2 years ago, I started TBC with a $50 one-page website, and hundreds of people bought stake in it at the beginning. We have come a long way since then, and we are far from putting the final polish on our internet presence. The people that wait for the final polish will end up with the TBC crumbs, as is in the case of all opportunities. So, hesitate now to buy in beyond the Kringle gift at the risk of lost opportunity. The advice now is that everyone that still have the opportunity to buy the coin is a good thing for you to buy now. Go beyond accumulating Kringle gifts. Buy the coins when you can still afford it now. It will be a great opportunity for you tomorrow. That loss will be in the billions of dollars, most certainly. If you don't buy now, you may be losing billions of dollars. TBC is not just average opportunity. TBC is money itself and gaining popularity quickly. TBC wins when it becomes widely accepted as money. Bitcoin has yet to achieve that status of being widely accepted. even to this date. So anything goes, as they say. This is a race. We all have the opportunity now to accumulate our TBC. Please don't waste time. Go ahead, buy when the opportunity still lasts. The main point of this article is sponsors better prepare their recruits now. Sponsors should organize all the data on their recruits by going into their Kringle Cashback office and open up their genealogy and referral sections. Blast out email to all your recruits and let them know it is time to revisit TBC and see how big it has become and that migration is about to begin. Cookie redemption is just a few weeks away too. Then, one by one message, each recruit by text to their cell phones and or through Facebook chats. Ask for the order. Many that hesitated before will buy in now. Take my word for it. But at the very last, get their commitment to only do business with you since you are such a great sponsor. As for their loyalty, why? Yeah, you might be asking why. Because we won't allow what we have already built to just waste away. TBC is not multi-level marketing. It's not MLM. Members can do peer-to-peer transactions with whomever they please. We will data mine our membership and turn them into leads soon for the TBC broadcasters. I mentioned this already in a previous article. So this article is a heads up for sponsors. You should collect loyalty from your recruits. Teach your recruits to reply to a broadcaster's invitation to buy in now, saying, I am not orphan. I'm not an orphan. I have a great sponsor. Then, of course, the broadcaster will congratulate them and back off from further invitations. The repairs to the coin network took way too long, sadly. The admin did their best to push the programmers along. The stuff just take time to get done. Hmm. So, no surprise. Only the most loyal TBCians have stuck with TBC during this time. Now it's time to get the whole community back up to speed. And the broadcasters are going to gobble up the $100 million pie sitting on the table right now. The leads are going to be an awesome treat for them. I invite all TBCians to become broadcasters. The spots are truly unlimited. Leads, leads, leads. Broadcasters are going to love it. The sponsors that truly care about their recruits will fully prepare them for this upcoming leads campaign. Great sponsors are also broadcasters. Okay, Today's is more or less about carrying our recruits along. Those people that came on board this very TBC community through you. It is high time for you to carry them along. Teach them, for them to be able to say, indeed, they have a great sponsor. For them to be able to stick to you, for you to earn their loyalty. Take them along. Teach them what they don't know. Feed them with informations that they might not be privy to. As a lead, as a sponsor, you are their leaders. You are also the broadcaster they are looking for. Teach them what they don't know. Hold them by the hands so that they will not fall prey to scammers, so that they will not fall even for the pranks of trolls here and there. Let them know what they don't know, and you will earn their loyalty. This is the advice of admin today. It is high time we train our recruits to the extent that they will be able to say, I am not an orphan. I have a great sponsor. I want to say by the time we train them, they also will be prepared to train others. Train them also to recruit others. Don't do it alone. Let them also know that the honor lies on them for them to bring others on board. And by, we'll be approaching the 1 billion members all across the globe. And by that time, we would have been able to create more awareness, get more merchants, and then we'll be able to spend our money as millionaires and as billionaires. And I believe today, ladies and gentlemen, that we have gained one or two things in our broadcast today. And I want to thank you for listening. Because you are there, that's why I am here. And because I know that you always listen, that's why I'm always getting motivated to come on air every day to do a broadcast. I'd like to thank you for listening, and I assure you that tomorrow will be a better day. This is the voice of your TBC Royal Ambassador. I want to say, I love you. Bye.